Hello, welcome back. So here are a couple of lovely little pocket computers from Sharp. So I bought this many years ago, and it's a fantastic bit of kit. It's like, well, I wouldn't say top of the range, but it was it was really good. So the PC 1360 is a bit of a classic, really. It's been hanging around a while, so I decided to boot it up, and it didn't work. But then I had been fiddling about with some of the ROMs. Let me give you a quick tour of this. So it's got a nice little hard cover. You can slide that off. It's got a couple of ports. So one's a serial port, and the other one is I believe it has tape. There's printer. There's even a disk drive. There's all sorts of things, peripherals you can get. They're as rare as hen's teeth these days, but you can still find them. So this is a programmable unit, and these are actually the hard covers off the back of it. So I've just replaced the batteries that's under this cover there. Let me show you. Oops. So the batteries are in there. So these standard 3-volt cells, they were completely exhausted. So I've replaced that. That's fine. Now you've got 2 RAM slots. These are very difficult to find. So that's an 8K module, and it is battery backed up. In and of itself, and that's all cool. It's a lovely bit of kit. So I've been trying to boot it up, and I kind of forgot how it works. So there's a, if I put these covers back, so you have this only for, this is slots, where is it, slots, is that 2? Yeah, this is slot 2 on this side. So if you move that to slot 2 there and open that up, then you can close that and lock it tight, so you can't get in it, which is great. And a similar thing for the other one. So if I open up slot 1, obviously the cover's not on. Oops. And that will open that up. So if I lock it to gain access, you do that, and it flips open, and you can change the module. Okay, so I did that. So you've got the strip there, goes in that way. Click. I think there were 32K ones, so you have 64K, I believe. So I say they was rare as hen's teeth. Anyway, so I left it like that with the cover off, and then I went to turn it on, and nothing happened, and I was a bit gutted. So that's annoying. Anyway, then I had a sort of vague memory. Actually, there's an interlock. So what you've got to do is do that, close it like that, and then when you boot it up, you do get some life. So all you got is an asterisk. So I think that's telling me that the ROM, the RAM module is corrupt. So it probably needs to be formatted. So you can't do anything with this until you've done that. Now, I haven't tried this, so this is live. And all things live, you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to push the reset button. So I've got a pencil here, propelling pencil. I'm just going to use the plastic bit on the end, without the lead, of course. And down here is a reset thing. So if I push it from the back, hopefully, not sure how long you've got to do it for. Maybe not. No, that doesn't seem to like it. Okay, that's a shame. Let's take that open again and eject this. It's a bit twitchy to get out. And just have I'm going to put a little bit of contact cleaner on that because it's not been used for a long time. Last time I was messing about with it, I hope I haven't ruined it. So let me just find a suitable cloth. I don't want to get loads of this stuff on it, so I'm just going to do that and then just clean the contacts like that. Actually look okay. There's no corrosion on it, which is good. This is a weird contact strip there. Hopefully that's okay. If that's knackered, then it's kind of curtains really. But so I'm going to keep the cover off for ease, and I'm going to put the interlock back on as if it's locked, and then we'll have another go. turn it off and on again. No, that's still doing that. Now I don't know whether you have to, where is it? So all reset, that's obviously registering that. No. Oh, there we go. So the reset, and then you turn it off and on again. it's the normal. It's the battle cry of tech support. Turn it off and on again. So you've got two modes. Can you actually see that? Maybe you can't. Hang on a sec. Let me move a minute. So you've got two modes. Got the run mode and pro. Oh, it's actually frozen. That's actually got an exclamation mark on there, and it's completely dead. Oh dear. That's actually off, but it's still on. Oh. Let's give that another reset. Turn it on again. No, that's not well, is it? Let's turn that on. Ah, okay, that's what I was expecting. So, RAM card S1 clear. Okay, so put it there. Hopefully there's enough. So what do? Do I press enter? That's okay. Is that going to clear it? I don't know. No, it's not happy with that. I think that card is not well. Let's try another reset. Is it yes? So maybe it's yes for that. So do I have run mode? Exclamation mark comes up straight away. I've never seen it behave like that before. Can't believe that the on-off button is not an on-off button. That's not great. I wonder what's going on with this thing. Let's turn that off there. And let's do another reset. So if I do a reset, it actually does go off. Well, apparently off. I do that and it goes back to that thing there. Nothing I can do there. No, it's completely dead. It's almost as if it's telling me that the RAM card is either not detected or some issue with it, because I'm not sure. It starts without the RAM card, and you just get that. You need that, even if you're going to use it as a calculator. You need to have some RAM module in there. So maybe we've got to take this to pieces. Right, let's take this little card to pieces and see. Okay, getting the magnifiers on. Whoa, that's far too big. I'm going to need a much smaller driver than that, and because I've had people slagging me off before, that's where the screws are going to go. Right, I mean, slagging off, that's a little bit harsh. Advising me strongly, which is fair enough, because I've lost loads of things in the past, and that's embarrassing and disappointing. So let's take these screws out. Can't remember whether there's a battery backup in here. I think there might be. Just how it retains the data when it's unplugged. I don't think I've ever opened this up, so I don't know what's in it, what state it's in it, is in it, or anything. Ah, yeah, there is a battery in there. I thought there was. Okay, so let's take that out. I'm just going to get a I think that might be a special battery. Let's get a suitably small screwdriver and gently flick this out. Yeah, it's not a standard size. It's much smaller. Yeah, it's much smaller. Yeah. So that's tiny. Let's do a test on that. Now I don't know whether this has any impact on the operation of the unit. I think I need to get a new battery anyway to give it a chance. So let's put that on the right flaming range. So I think it's that way round. Let's put this in shot there. Wow, 3.2. Have I replaced that at some point? 3.2 volts? Okay, well it ain't that then. Oh, that's weird. Really? Well, Corporal Hicks says, read right, man. So there we go. Okay, so it ain't that. Let's get this in the right way. There's a little spring there, so we've got to be careful. I think it goes that way. Very fine screws. Yeah, it's a bit spring loaded, so you've got to be a bit careful. Not sure whether is that in. No. Maybe it's the other way around. It's the other way around. Yeah, nothing lines up. Okay, let's try that again. So this is apparently working. Well, at least there's power in the cell. I must have replaced that and just forgot about it. But I've not touched this for years, so I guess the amount of power usage in this is absolutely minuscule. Okay, and that one there. Right. So that's done precisely nothing. We know that the battery is okay. I'll give it another clean possibly, and I might actually gently clean this. There is some muck on it, but I've got to be very careful how I do that. Oh, there is actually some dirt that's come off there. Wow, quite a lot. But I'm not convinced that's gonna work. Well, this is only an 8K card, but even that is really difficult to find these days. So anyway, let's have a look. Memory card. So yes, clear it. It's not happy, is it? So I wonder whether it actually works in the other slot. And the reason why it was going funny before was simply because I hadn't clicked the interlock. So if we do it that way, it goes the other way, of course. So if I do the interlock there, it thinks that the covers are on. Let's see whether that works. Nope, doesn't like that either. Let's do a reset. Off and on. Nope. Reset like that. No. Let's do some more research on that. Now, anyway, so I've got some other ones here, some other cards. Now, this card is actually a ROM with RAM. Okay, there's 8K of RAM, but 32K of ROM. So because this is actually an application card, so there's an application built into this card. So if I flip this one out, I'm not sure this is going to work, and I think that's where I might have damaged it previously. So let's put it in slot 1. That's home there. If I flick it on, yeah, it doesn't like that either. So let's try a reset on that. Reset. Off. On. No. How frustrating. Okay, I'm going to do a bit more research on that one. Let me introduce its application specific younger brother, little brother. So on this one, if it's working, you can do programming and all sorts of stuff, calculations, a lot. On this one, these are actually application specific ones, so you can't program this on the unit itself. So how this works is you have your hardcover, you have your your memory card there, and the memory card is tied to a particular application. You've still got a port, so you can do tape stuff, printers, things like that. But the idea of this is, before the days of smartphones and tablets, you would have your application built onto this. Okay, so you plug it in, switch it on, and you've got a calculator, so you can do calculatory things, which is great. But you can also, if I just do that, so you can also go into the applications. If I click on Quick Quote, that is now running the application on the device from the actual card. So this one is about loans. So if we do this one, so there's a higher purchase, cash price of 5,000, deposit of 500. Oh, minimum deposit 20. Deposit is 10%. Doesn't like that. Okay. Redo deposit. Yes. Deposit. We need. Let's go 1,200 to deposit. Over 12 months. Flat rate of, let's be generous, and 15%. Gold. So it's 12 payments of 404.23. That's really cool. So it's a really nice little thing. It's very specific, so you can get a whole bunch of these cards to do different applications. So this one, typically what you do is you plug it in and you get an overlay which sits in here, which shows you the card functions, the application functions. So as I say, this one is for loans and stuff like that. So calculating stuff, I'm quite sure you can get the manuals from somewhere. Well, that's a big deposit. That's a silly deposit. Apparently, that's far too silly. Okay, cool. Deposit of 500, 522. There we go. Low value. Not sure what that means. Number low, maximum 12. Who knows what it means? But yeah, so this is specific to that. So what you can do is you can get a setup where these cards can be programmed on a PC, and you have emulators on the PC, and you burn them a bit like EEPROMs. You burn them, you create a whole bunch of these cards with your application on it, or you go and buy these cards. So if you're a developer, you'd have to have the kit on the PC, and in theory you could also develop it on here and then program the cards. And what I wanted to do was to get one of these cards, because I've ended up with loads of these for very cheap, hoping that I could reuse these cards as memory cards, but then also mess around with putting data on there, writing data to it, using them as memory cards, but even creating custom bespoke applications. I don't think you can write to the ROM on that. That requires the special rig on the PC. But I'm going to go off and see if I can do some more research and get this thing running with a bit more patience and a little bit more cleaning. I think we've had a breakthrough. So if I turn it on now, so this is with that card. Eventually it did clear. I put a load more contact cleaner on it, cleaned both slot 1 and slot 2. There's only slot 1 in there at the moment. The other cards, I'm not sure are compatible, so I'm going to leave that off for now. And a bit of a shame, but we're stuck with 8K. Is what it is. So that's it in run mode. So there's no program in there. So let's just write a quick program. We can then say run and view the magnificence. What's quite cool is if I just clear that a minute, if I do the run, you can hear there's a slight noise, which is quite cute. So it plays a little noise before it runs the program. Anyway, so that's working, which is great news. So what I want to do now is to create a module to go into the serial port and see if I can write a program that will do some very simple serial emulation. First off, I'd like to be able to get a text file from a PC and write this basic program on the PC, transfer it to here, and then run it. And if that's the case, then the development cycle is a lot quicker. There are emulators online, so I'm going to be able to do that. But the fact it's working is a serious result. I'm really happy with that. I was concerned it was dead, but it's come back to life. It wants to live. See you next time.